Utkarsh Singh, hi sir, how are you? I want to learn data science. What are its benefits? A lot of benefits as such. And again, guys, it's not just like one thing. Hello, guys. I hope everybody's able to hear me. Can I get a quick yes if you're able to hear me? Just give a thumbs up so that I come to know that you have joined. Yep. Yes. Yeah. Now people are joining. Hello. Hello, Kamlaksha. Hello, Rohit. Mm, hi guys. Good evening. I hope everybody's doing well. You know. Hi. You have been an inspiration to me. Thank you. Abhishek Yadav. So, do I install Python 3.9 or 3.8? Right now, just go with 3.7. Still, wait for some time, till everybody gets, stable. Hit the like, guys, like button so that, I'll see many people participating. Okay. Hello, Ganesh. Hello, Rakesh. I'll just wait for another 2 minutes and then probably I'll start picking up the questions. When is the next batch of ML AI affordable and some details of the full stack course? It'll be announced soon. We are brainstorming on that, how to make it successful. We are planning for guaranteed placement programs. So there are a lot of things which we will be doing. Okay. Okay, and again, this videos is regarding interview preparation with respect to data science. It is about providing you the right pointers so that you'll be able to prepare well for the interviews, in short, and whatever questions you have with respect to interviews, you can ask me, uh, and I'll try to cover up that. I'll give you some of the good things regarding interview, like how you should prepare for interview. And if you have seen my interview playlist and what kind of questions I focuses on, and even live interviews also that I take, right? What all questions I focus on, and then what we tell and all, right? It is very, very important because all the questions revolves around that only. So that particular pointer I'll try to specify in this. Okay. Uh, so please make complete GCB playlist. Very soon, I'll be planning for that. This month it will not be possible because, as you all know, I'll be getting married again. Again, there will be a lot of things. I have a lot of work to do. So yes, but anything that I'll be coming for that. NLP for resume projects. How to negotiate with the salary if industry are only willing to give 30-40% hike during transition. It is up to the discussion of yours. Many people, what they do is that first of all they take an offer, they ask 30 to 40% hike, then they again go and take another offer, and then from there, they try to gain more benefit, and they'll say that, okay, I've got an offer from here. What is the thing that you have to offer me? So there are various ways how to increase your salary and all. So it is up to you how smart you are and what you're looking for. you know Okay, guys. So, quickly, with respect to Mohit Negi, sir, is there any new project for members? Mohit, I was planning to do the object detection project. Still, it is in progress. I'm not able to get time to do it completely. But I have some of the projects like image capture, and I have also a project regarding one is image capture recognition, and the other one is related to some more are there. Okay, I'll try to put that particular thing. Just give me a couple of days time and we'll be good to go. Okay, for the members, this projects you can actually use it for your resume also. Okay. Hi sir, is it worth to join a company like TCS if I get an offer as a fresher, but ultimately if I want a career in ML? Guys, if you are a fresher, I would suggest at least go and join any companies initially. Joining the company is important because you'll be able to get the experience, you'll be able to understand how IT world works, and that first experience is required. Later on, you become a big data engineer or you become a data scientist, won't matter that much, because once you have got the experience, automatically you will be knowing all the path to go, what you have to go ahead with and what all not, right? So which data engineering techniques are used in data science nowadays? The big data engineers, and you'll be able to see data engineering. Do you mean by the life cycle of a data science project or the data storing techniques using big data or AWS? In AWS there is something called as S3 bucket, and sometimes that is also used, right? Shubham Divedi says, I have an opportunity to study MS in data science and I'm employed in Germany working. And should I go for MS? Yes, you can. Yeah. Germany is a good place to do MS, first of all, right? So, yes, if you are interested, you can definitely go for it, right? So, right now I'm doing data analyst course from iNeuron. Do we have to learn non-SQL databases like MongoDB? So, some basic knowledge about NoSQL is also required, and it is good to have. You know, yes, in situations you don't know, right? Tomorrow you'll be getting a project where all your data is in NoSQL, then what you'll do, right? So it depends. So it depends on various things, right? Um, so career change for another tech to data science is good. Yes, I have also done a career change from .NET background to data science. So till now it's going all amazing. And I've also started learning blockchain, guys, from past 2 months, because probably next year I have to teach blockchain also somewhere. So I've started preparing for blockchain, and you know there will be. Let's see. Okay. Krishna sir, is the iNeuron intern are paid? See, internship when you are doing with the course, at that time they are not paid. But after that, if they are getting selected for internship, yes, they are paid uh, a better amount, with respect to the work that they get. But yes, it is there. Mm, a tutorial on reinforcement learning. Yes. So reinforcement learning also, I am exploring the Open Gym. You know, Open Gym is a framework where you will be able to create environments and do a lot of things, and that videos will also come very soon, right? And hey, is Django required to become a full stack data scientist? Uh, See, full stack data scientist is through various ways. You can go with Node.js, you can go with Java, and you can actually go with full stack development. With respect to Python, if you have Django, then it is well and good. You'll be able to create the front end application, back end application. But Django has a lot of features, lot of features. Uh, I'm planning to it, Uh, Krishna sir, in 10 p.m. doubt clearing session today, will you be there? Yes, I'll be there for the 10 p.m. doubt clearing session for the machine learning batch. Hi sir, apart from the course which will be launching in Jan, will there be any separate course for DLC, NLP and CV? Nanda Kishore, yes, whatever courses is being done by iNeuron, that will always be there. Apart from that, we are coming also with the full stack data scientist course. Okay. Okay, guys. Now coming to the interview part. Okay. What I would suggest is that whatever topics you learn, okay, whatever topics you learn. Okay, one person is asking, sir, one class SVM with in-depth intuition, please, sir. See, SVM I have explained two classes, right, in my complete machine learning playlist. There is one thing called as regarding SVM kernels. So I have prepared. I'm doing a lot of things. There I found out 8 different types of kernels in SVM. So that video will be uploaded. Don't worry. Let me just get all the maths intuition, and for that we usually take time, so let me explore the complete math intuition and then let me tell it to you. Okay, just for some time you have to actually wait. Okay, now one thing that regarding the interview preparation that I was actually talking about is that interview, whenever we are talking about the interview, one thing, always remember that uh, whenever we are trying to prepare for interviews, make sure that you have good understanding of the algorithms, good understanding of the performance metrics. uh, by all these things in machine learning specifically, understanding of the algorithms, understanding of the performance metrics, like with respect to classification problems, with respect to regression problems, right? Can you name me some of the classification metrics, guys? Just mention some of the performance metrics in classifications, algorithms, anything you can mention. I'll just ask you like this kind of questions in front of you. Just mention all the classification performance metrics. So recall, one guy is writing recall, confusion matrix accuracy, ROC, AUC, F1 score, ROC, AUC, F1 score. Yes, yes, yes. Now, many people are going ahead with it. It's right. Now tell me, where if your data set is imbalanced, when should you go with precision and when should you go with recall? Okay, this is my next question. Uh, when should we go with, right? When should we go with? I'll also clear whatever questions I'm asking. I'll also try to clear this questions. Okay. So suppose if you have an imbalanced data set, okay, should you go with precision or should you go with recall? Okay. Just tell me this one. Okay. Just ask. I'm asking you a simple question. I'm saying that when you have an imbalanced data set, should you go with recall or should you go with precision? If the interviewer asks this kind of question to you, what should be your answer? So many people are saying recall, precision, but why? But why recall or precision? Why? Just tell me. Like, suppose consider myself as an interviewer, and I'm saying that okay, this is a scenario. I have an imbalanced data set problem. So tell me whether you will go with precision or recall. Okay, depends on domain. I like this particular answer from Ankit Kumar. It depends on the domain. So and Santosh also says both. Set series says both, right? So this is an amazing answer. So what you can say is that whenever the interviewer asks this kind of question, it completely depends on the type of work that we are doing, the type of use case that you are doing, right? At that time, we basically asked with the domain expertise to understand which is more important, whether we have to reduce the false positive or whether we have to reduce the false negative. If suppose we don't have that whole knowledge, then we will focus on ROC AUC curve, right? So then we'll focus on ROC AUC curve. Okay. Now tell me another question is that how do we decide the threshold in the ROC AUC curve? Okay, how do we decide the threshold in the ROC AUC curve? Suppose I have taken ROC AUC curve, okay? I still want to understand how do we decide the threshold value, right? Threshold basically means after, suppose if in my medical use case, I'll say that at least the threshold should be greater than 0.7, then I will be considering that particular scenario, right? By asking domain expertise. It can be, but whenever you are going to use threshold, it is going to basically take the combination of both of the ROC AUC curve and with respect to the false positive and the false negative that you are going to see. Okay, so sometimes you actually give the importance of both of these particular things, right? Okay, now tell me one thing, guys. The next interview question that I would like to ask is that uh, I hope everybody has understood till here. Can you just ping in the chat? I hope you're getting it. Should I continue asking this kind of questions and then you try to answer it in front of me and I'll try to say, because I'm going to come up with a lot of things like that. You know, some of the questions will be there, right? Okay, yes, 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 yes. Many people say. Local outlier factor, I'll take it. Not right now. This is mostly about. Okay, one guy is asking what is A to B testing? Can you give me some of the examples of A to B testing that we see in our real world scenario? What is A to B testing, and can you tell us any scenarios that we see in our real world industry? A to B testing, come on, guys, right? And any examples, any, or forget about A to B testing, I'll try to explain it to you, but do you see any examples? Amazon homepage, good. Amazon homepage is good. Campaigns is also good. Okay, campaigns is also good. Have you used Netflix, guys? Don't you see A to B testing in Netflix? Right? We use it in digital marketing. Amazing. Yes, we use it in digital marketing also. Yes, Satyapati says like Netflix banner. This is an amazing thing. Netflix is a very good example. Netflix banner, the thumbnails. Spotify. Yes, Spotify. Is it used in YouTube ads anytime? Two different version of a website, YouTube recommendation, right? So let me just explain you what exactly is A to B testing. Okay, now A to B testing is more about displaying two contents in front of the user. Whichever content is basically been selected by the user, that basically means that that user is attracted towards the product, right? So similarly, what is the main aim of the Netflix? So that we have to stay more amount of time by using the Netflix platform, and we have to subscribe, right? Subscription is the main target, and then we have to spend much time in the Netflix platform, right? These are the two main aims. And when it is provided, when it is recommending you movies with different thumbnail, right? Google News is also one very good example. But again, thumbnails, making it attractive in Amazon.in, the product recommendation that is shown to you, right? It also depends. Tomorrow, suppose you are buying an iPhone and suddenly with the iPhone you get a recommendation of a earphone, and suddenly you don't click that. But now, next time when you're buying an iPhone, along with that you get a wireless earphone of iPhone, right? Obviously you go with that, right? So this is basically a kind of thing. In short, ads is also a very good thing, but I think in short ads, they don't dynamically change the thumbnail or content itself. It will be like that only. Text summarization is used in shorts. Uh, okay, now let's come to the next question that I really wanted to ask you. Now, tell me one thing, guys. How do you decide what kind of transformation techniques we should use along with the data? Have you tried something that I have a data set? Okay, I want to perform some kind of transformation technique. So how do we proceed with that? Which transformation should I go ahead with? Which transformation should I not go ahead with? Anybody who wants to answer? Log transformation. Why log transformation? How do you decide that which transformation technique you have to go? If zero value present, then log not possible, and log zero is negative infinity. No, log zero, if you go and search, log zero is zero, I guess. No, sorry, log zero is infinity. Yeah, derivative of zero is zero. Okay. Try all and see which is the best. Shyam Kumar has an amazing answer over here. So Shyam, amazing answer. I was expecting this kind of answers from someone. But there are techniques to find out like what kind of normalization we should use, and I have already covered that in my videos. But usually, what happens is that there are so many different kind of transformation techniques. At that time, what we do is that you can actually create a ensemble model, right? Like a voting classifier, like the custom ensemble model. Recently, I uploaded a video regarding custom ensemble model, right? I can have 5 to 6 different algorithms together combined as a voting classifier, okay? Or what I can do is that I can take the same algorithm, like 5 to 6 different same algorithm, like suppose if I'm going with random forest, and if I'm taking random forest, suppose with all the random forest, I'm going to apply different transformation. Okay, different. I may apply log transformation, right? I may apply different kind of transformation. I may apply different kind of transformation. Like that, I'll try to apply all the different kind of transformation. And finally, I'll combine them all. And with the help of voting classifier, for any new test data, my output will be predicted. So this is a very good way to basically tell. You should say that yes, there are different kind of transformation techniques. Tell me one simple question: when do we use log transformation? Okay, just try to answer this particular question. When do we use log transformation? Come on, guys. When do we use log transformation? Skewness. This is very nice. If you have right skewed, left skewed at that time, we basically use log transformation. Okay, tell me when. It's not like data is right skewed, then only we have to use log transformation. It can also be left skewed. At that time also we can use log transformation. Now tell me, when we are using log transformation, can you give me some examples of log transformation data? Can you tell me, okay, my data is right skewed. Okay, tell me some examples when your data will be right skewed. Salary. Okay, salary. Yes, salary is a very good example. Other than salary, any more examples? Profit. Profit, I will say, profit will not be there. Like many companies may have different profits. Age. Amazon reviews. What about the comments that you're writing in the YouTube videos? Just tell me whether this will be a good example or not. The comments that you're trying to write in the YouTube videos, right? So this is a very good example. And now, whenever you see that kind of data, you should basically understand that, okay. So at this particular case, what you'll do is that you are actually going to convert the skewed data into some standard normal distribution data. And for that, you are basically using a normalization. Okay, now tell me, when do you use Box-Cox transform? When do you use Box-Cox transform? Okay. When do you use Box-Cox transform? Come on, guys, tell me. When do you use Box-Cox transform? Outliers, skewed data, time shifting, TF-IDF technique. When distribution is not known. So this basically says that if your distribution is not a normal distribution, at that time you basically have to use Box-Cox transform. And again, guys, I have created videos in my feature engineering playlist, in my live stream playlist and everything, right? So just try to see that. You also have to see with respect to this, okay? So when do we use Box-Cox transform? Okay, and how do we check whether our data is normally distributed or not? How do we check? Okay, how do we check whether our data is normally distributed or not? Right? How do we check? QQ plot. QQ plot is a very good technique. Just tell me, guys, what happens in QQ plot? Okay, what happens in QQ plot? You have the data, and then you take another kind of data. It may be a normal distributed data, standard normal distributed data. When you're plotting both those, it will be plotted in almost a straight line, right? It will be plotted in almost a straight line. At that time, when you say that it is plotted in a straight line, you basically say that, yes, that particular data is normally distributed, right? Yes. Okay. Yes, perfect. Yeah, dist plot. You can also say dist plot, normal dist data. Yes. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you all are very good itself, right? I'll try to keep these sessions like this continuously, and you will be able to learn it. Okay. Okay. Now tell me one thing with respect to some more things, right? And whenever okay, let me just make this question a little bit complicated for you. Okay, suppose I have a use case. I have a use case. So in that specific use case, I have around some. Just let me take a NLP use case. Okay, now in an NLP use case, I have somewhere around. Consider that I have somewhere around 400 intents. Okay, 400 intents basically means 400 classes. So if suppose I'm creating a support chat bot. Okay, I'm creating a support chat bot for an education sector. Okay, now suppose the person writes that I have a query in data science. So this data science intent will be different. That basically means that this whole description, that whole text, the whole message is basically tagged to that specific intent. Okay. Now tell me like this, if I have 400 intents, I have all the text data, what do you think will be the right process to actually create a classification algorithm? Will you just create a classification algorithm with all the 400 output values? Will you just create a model which will be having 400 output categories? Just tell me. Suman Conjumon says cluster them. Okay, fine. If you cluster them, after clustering is one good technique. TF-IDF. Okay, I'm not asking about pre-processing techniques, guys. See, for the text data, I can use word to vec. I don't have to use a bag of words or TF-IDF also. I can use word embeddings. I can use different techniques, right? So I'm not worrying about the text pre-processing, but I'm more worried about how will I classify that many number of things, like 4,400 categories, 400 intents. What do you think? TF-IDF with clustering with ng-grams. Why not? Instead of TF-IDF, why don't you take word2vec or embedding layers, something like that? We have to do feature selection. Feature selection for what? The input data is basically a text data, right? Why do you require feature selection in this case? Split the data set. PCA. Dendrogram using clustering method. I'll come to the clustering method. Okay, after doing clustering, what? How will you categorize that into like those number of categories, or how do you decide that how many number of classes will be there after that? Because there is a supervised machine learning, right? Cluster then ensemble. Cluster then ensemble may be a technique, but it's little bit difficult. Cosine similarity. When is cosine similarity is used over here? Cosine similarity will not be required. Um, Cosine similarity, I think you're talking about cosine similarity to basically compare two different texts together or two different intents. Hierarchical cluster, cosine similarity. Okay, let me give you a suggestion. Okay, and probably just think over this suggestion and just consider whether this will work or not. Okay, let's see. Yes, you can use a lot of transfer learning techniques like BERT and all, but just understand if you're trying to create it from scratch, because BERT is a huge model, right? If I'm also using transformers, it is a huge model. If I use Hugging Face transformer, some of the techniques in this, yes, I have a pre-trained model, right, for that. But if I really want to create it from scratch, because I want to create it only for a specific company, right, and for some specific data, how will I go ahead with it? Like many people are saying clustering. So let's understand what's this clustering thing. Okay, so what I'll do is that first of all I'll pre-process all the text data and convert into vectors, and there are various ways to do it, convert into vectors, like bag of words, TF-IDF, word to vec, embedding layer. So out of which is the better? You obviously know we can use word to vec like gensim, we can use bag of words, we can also use embedding layers, right? Embedding layers also, I've created tutorials about that. I've also done word to vec, right? Now after we do that, it is being converted into vectors. You apply any kind of algorithms. First what we can do is that we'll try to cluster them. Now clustering can happen by various techniques, right? All the unsupervised machine learning techniques that we have, like hierarchical mean clustering, this clustering, that clustering. With respect to text data, some people said that yes, this will work. Cosine similarity will work, because in word embeddings also, how the vectors are basically assigned to that based on the cosine similarity, right? So based on that, along with some unsupervised machine learning technique, what I can do is that I can group that together. Okay, I can group that together and I can basically define some n number of clusters. It may be 5 clusters, it may be 6 clusters, it may be 7 clusters, it may be 8 clusters. So based on our performance metrics with respect to clustering algorithm, we can decide how many number of clusters we have to take. Now after we decide that how many number of clusters we have to take, what we can do is that suppose I select 5 clusters. According to my problem statement, I'm getting 5 clusters. Now for each and every cluster, I may define another algorithms, machine learning algorithms, which will be actually helping us to find out the classification problem. I can also go with that specific end, right? So now what is happening is that we are first of all creating a clusters, and inside that clusters, how many number of intents are coming? Suppose in every cluster there are around 50, 60 intents. For those kind of intents, I can take that particular data set and I can create a classification algorithm separately, right? So like this, we can do all these things and we can basically create an amazing model. So 4 clusters we have got, and for each and every cluster, how many number of intents are there? Based on that, we can create a classification problem. So altogether, how many algorithms will be created? 1 clustering algorithm, and based on that particular number of clusters, that many number of classification algorithms can be created, right? So by this technique, we can definitely do it, and this usually performs well because now we are dividing things, right? We are dividing things, right? And we are making sure that we create multiple models, right? Okay. Now, what do you think, guys? One more question that I really wanted to ask was that, do you know something about how many models a Netflix app may have? And what are the factors of creating those models? How many models it may have, and how do they come to a conclusion that, because in India, if somebody is opening Netflix, he'll get a different recommendation. Do you think so? How do you think that Netflix may have probably how many number of models, or how did they come to know that, okay, for India, for this location, it should be a specific model? Okay, I myself told an answer, right, to you. So what are the main factors usually if you are also coming up with a bigger company than Netflix, so what are the main factors that you will be considering in order to deploy a machine learning models or deep learning models in various sectors? Yes, I'll try to just see the answers. Just go ahead with the answers with respect to Netflix. I could see some of the questions like 500,000, 15,000. How you're saying 1,000? Okay, definitely the number we cannot definitely say that how much it may be, but at least we will be able to say that okay, the models may be based on region specific. Okay, the language that is spoken. Yes, one guy Madhu Kumar Yadav says country specific, language specific, content based maybe, trending based maybe. Yes, amazing, because you can see that whoever are trending in India, definitely their movies, if suddenly comes, right, it will be popped in front of you. Number of languages multiplied by gender. So it is a combination of user interaction along with some other things, some other factors, based on the location that you're staying, based on the age, based on your history, based on your you know and there's so many things, right? So it's amazing, like we can just say that it's quite amazing itself, right? Yeah. uh, is it interesting till now? Should I continue for another 10-15 minutes, guys? Yes, yes, yes. So many people are saying yes. Do you want this kind of sessions again and again? Because this kind of sessions may be important for everyone, and maybe it'll definitely be important. I'll try to explain in that specific way itself, right? Okay, perfect. Now the next thing regarding this one, what I wanted to ask is that just tell me one thing, that whenever you are an RBF kernel SVM with a larger sigma in the denominator is a good base learner for boosting. Ankit, just wait for some time. I'll be uploading some videos. Okay, let's go with deep learning. Okay, tell me guys, till now, how many number of activation functions you know in deep learning? Okay, tell me, what all activation functions you know in deep learning? 5. Just name out the activation functions in just one liner. What all activation functions you know? And then I'll ask you questions. Sigmoid, linear sigmoid, ReLU and sigmoid. Stochastic gradient is not an activation function, guys. Come on. Okay. ReLU sigmoid rectifier. Sigmoid unit step. Okay. Leaky ReLU. Okay. Someone is saying leaky ReLU log underscore softmax. Yes. Yes. Okay. Have you heard of ELU? Exponential linear unit. Yes. So many people are saying about ELU. ELU. No? So I think you should watch my activation functions, because I've explained you about all the activation functions. Okay. One generic question, guys. Which activation function is used in BERT? Which activation function is used in BERT? Everybody search in the Google if you want. Which activation function is used in BERTs? Yes, Harshit is right. Harshit is right. Glue. Okay, so glue is the activation function that is being used in BERT. It has different functionalities with respect to this. Okay. Okay. Who invented Swiss activation function? Which company? Which company invented Swiss activation function? Google. Someone is writing Bond, Dick James Bond. Okay. So Google has come up with that. Yes, many people are saying Google. It should be Google. Okay. It should be Google. Swiss activation function. Right. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now, what are the various weight initialization techniques? What are the various weight initialization techniques? Does anybody know this? weight initialization techniques, weights that are basically used for initializing in your neural network. Glorot, he uniform, Zorot, Xavier Glorot, right? Zorot, no, Xavier Glorot. Normal, he init, he, yes. When should we use he initialization? When should we use he initialization or a Xavier Glorot? When should we use he initialization and Xavier Glorot? With ReLU, perfect. With ReLU, we should use he initialization. Okay, which is the best weight initialization techniques with sigmoid activation function? Which is the best weight initialization technique with sigmoid activation function? According to the researcher. Yes, so people are saying Glorot, yes. Glorot is one thing, and again, there are two ways in that also. So Xavier Glorot obviously is the better one, according to the researcher. Again, you can definitely try it out and all. Okay. 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 Now, if what are the properties of bias and variance in overfitting? Tell me. What are the properties of bias and variance in overfitting? See, all these things are very, very quick, good if you have this good understanding. Sudhanshu asked during the interview, if we have 4 models, which model I have to move into production? All the 4s. Okay, but there are techniques to which model it will go. So guys, with respect to overfitting, you're saying low bias and high variance. Low bias, high variance, low bias, high variance, high variance and low bias. Okay. What about underfitting? In underfitting, what will happen? In underfitting, what will happen? Come on guys, in underfitting, high variance, high bias, low variance. High bias and low variance. Are you sure about that? Obviously, this will be a little bit confusion. Okay, always a kind of confusion is always there. Okay, with respect to all the things, right? Okay, now many people are saying different answers, right? So yes, okay, perfect. Everybody's interacting. That's amazing. Okay, perfect. Now, coming to the next question. Okay, consider that your model is overfitting. Let's start with machine learning models. Consider that your model is overfitting. Okay, what are the techniques that you will suggest a junior developer to do? Suppose you are acting as a lead. Somebody, a junior developer, says that, sir, I've got 99%. My training accuracy is 99%. Yes, now tell me, this is the highest accuracy. What would you suggest him to basically? Will you be happy, or will you say that what you have done? Right? So what are the techniques that you will tell him, you will suggest him that, yes, if it is an overfitting, what all things to do? Okay, now there are many questions. Lasso and ridge, okay. Lasso and ridge regression you will be doing, okay. But for a classification problem, what you'll do? Okay, dropout regularization, confusion matrix, F score. Okay, now we know that, okay, but will you just say that, okay, just go and perform something and then you'll be getting good accuracy like that? How do you think that you'll explain him in order to fix that particular problem? Right? ROC AUC score, regularization. Okay, everybody is saying check with new data to predict. L2 norm, go back to reprocessing stage. That we have to go back anyhow, right? ADA boost, random forest. Nobody is talking about hyperparameter tuning. Now I got one answer about hyperparameter tuning from Shiba Prasad. Right? Shiba Prasad is saying hyperparameter tuning. Okay. What are the different hyperparameter tuning? Okay, tell me about the automated hyperparameter tuning. Which all are the automated hyperparameter tuning? Everybody knows about grid search and randomized search. What about other automated hyperparameter tuning? Give more data, training data, hyperparameter tuning, feature selection. Yes. SK opt. Yes. Genetic hyperparameter Kuldeep Sharma is absolutely good. In Teapot is a kind of genetic algorithms itself. Bayesian search, yes, it is good. Keras Tuner, Keras Tuner is also good. Yes, guys, you all are absolutely good. All the thing that you should know is that how to explain things. I think that will be more than sufficient. I think you all are good itself, right? Have you learned all these things from my playlist or some other playlist also? Right? Because I have uploaded everything of this, uh, you know, yes, from yours because of you. So I think I'm going in the right direction, guys. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Yes, thank you. I think live projects also, right? Live projects also. Okay, so I have more than 750 plus videos. So now it's 777 777. So I think you'll be able to learn so many things in this, right? Andrew ng, yes, I also learn from his videos whenever I have confusion. Nowadays I'm checking my own videos when I have to revise, so this is for the future. What we do is that we store all these videos and we send it. Okay, people will be referring in the future, and we'll be able to see this. uh, okay. Okay, guys, let me ask some questions with respect to CNN. Okay, convolution neural network. Okay, now convolution neural network, suppose you have used techniques but you are not able to get good. Suppose I'll tell you this particular example. uh, Now I've told to use some of the transfer learning techniques. Suppose I want to do for a problem statement where I have some image classification problem, and I'm telling you to use transfer learning technique. Okay, I've told you to use transfer learning technique, but that transfer learning technique did not give you a very good accuracy. What may be the reason of not giving a good accuracy? Because it is transfer learning. There are weights that has been trained in millions of images, right? So what may be the problem that you may not be getting good accuracy? Tell me, guys. What may be the problem that you may not be getting good accuracy? Suppose you have trained, test, and validation data set. You did your training, and along with that, you got good accuracy of somewhere around that. But for the validation data, you did not get a good accuracy. Completely different class. Data may be insufficient. Data sift, data augmentation. Your data set might have classes from Coco. Okay, classes don't lie in the 1,000 classes which it was trained on. It's okay. We can basically write how many number of classes it is. But one problem that you should think about this, whenever you are using transfer learning techniques in VGG 16, VGG 19, ResNet, or anything, what is the main aim of those transfer learning is basically to classify images, and those images are some image of an object, right? Suppose this kind of issue may come. Suppose if you are trying to do some different kind of image classification, but that image is completely different from the image that the transfer learning has been trained from, right? And because of that, it may happen is that you may not get a very good accuracy. So for that, if you create a neural network or CNN from scratch, you may get a better accuracy for that, right? So this is how you should basically say. And probably this may be the problem, because we have observed various things with respect to image classification where it may fail, where transfer learning techniques may fail, and all, right? Okay. Why green? Why green? Why? Add noise. Okay. With respect to NLP, I'll try to ask a very good question. Okay. Tell me, guys. Now there are some amazing transfer learning techniques in NLP, like BERT, transformers, and even GPT-3. Okay, and there may be many things, but still, why don't you think that all the companies will use that? Just tell me. Even though we have so many transfer learning techniques, why don't you think that whether all the companies will use those transfer learning? First question is this. If they will not be using, why? That is my second question. Because you have seen, right, GPT-3, it has so many billion parameters, it has this, it has that, right? But still, companies will not use that, right? And they'll try to create their own models defend in a different way. So why it may happen in that way? Data shift cost. What do you mean by cost? Even though if it is provided as an open source, because it is heavily GPU expensive and not every company can afford. Computational plus time insufficient. Data leakage depends on problems, sir. Yes, cost effective. So, okay, why, suppose if I am running a company, why I may not go with that? Because I may have a different problem statement altogether. And considering that particular problem statement, what I will be doing is that I may want to create my own model and try to include only my specific data. I don't want to create a generic model, in short. If suppose I am creating a product which is quite more generic and which I need to sell to different people, I may use that particular techniques. But yes, if I really want to specifically create for my use case and for my problem statement, I'll not go with that. Okay. So I hope you have got an idea with respect to this. Okay. Like, can we move serial wise on every topic? We have interview question in the playlist. Sure, we can also do that. Yeah, and I'll try. Don't worry. And right now we have started like this, but don't worry. In the upcoming videos, I'll go in that specific way. Okay, and I'll ask you some questions, and you have to answer me. So hit the like button, guys. I just see only 200 likes and 300 people are there. Why like that? Hit like, guys. Come on. See, I'm trying to take this kind of interviews, and it'll be pretty much amazing, right? Okay. Now, okay. What is the main difference between CPU and GPU? What is the main difference between CPU and GPU, and why do deep learning problem statement require GPUs? Cores, okay, cores. CPU also has cores, right? Only cores is the thing. Processing power. GPU is ASIC, okay. GPU is good for matrix multiplication, okay. Amazing. All are saying right. Parallel processing, amazing. Cache, right? We basically say that the RAM of GPU is like VRAM, right? Video RAM, video memory RAM. GPU works on parallel processing, right? Yes, CUDA course. CUDA. This is most important. CUDA libraries. Because I asked, okay, can you run machine learning in GPUs? This is my next question. Can you run machine learning, or can you train machine learning algorithms in GPUs? No, yes, yes. People are saying yes. For the people who are saying yes, how do you run it? Yes. Now one guy, I've heard the answer. Rapids API, right? Rapids API is provided by NVIDIA, and I think I've created a video for that. Yes. Yeah. Perfect. Yes. CUDA is installed in that. Yes. So Rapid API allows your machine learning algorithms to be trained in GPUs. Isn't it amazing? NVIDIA is doing an amazing job. You know, trust me, it's doing an amazing job. I never thought that we can train. Okay. Sir, it balanced like and watching. Okay. Now, one more thing that I really want to ask about is that what are the different configuration? Okay. Now, suppose if you want to really create your if you want to create a project, what are the different configuration that first of all you look at? See, this is my workstation, guys. You can see over here. Okay. This is having NVIDIA Titan RTX. So this thing that you see, right? This is Titan written over here. So NVIDIA Titan RTX, and you can see my image also over there. And this is because of this electricity bill is coming too much. It'll make like sound like anything, but my video editing, my training of the program and all will be simple, right? I'd say. Hey, guys, which is your favorite operating system? Sorry, I forgot to ask this. Which is your favorite operating system? Which is your favorite operating system? Linux, Ubuntu, Linux, Windows. Linux, Windows, nobody Mac? Windows and Mac. Ankur Das says Windows and Mac. But I think in India, most of the people uses Windows, what I have actually seen, you know. But Linux is also good. I also used to not work, but you will love it when you will be solving projects. You'll love it because the installation will be so much easy. It'll be so much easy. I'll tell you guys, so easy. You'll love it. You'll not have to do anything much. We Indians prefer affordable. People say that system quality degrades when training a lot of models. Is it true? No, nothing like that. It's all GPU, right? That will do the work and that will just keep it aside. Ganesh, explain about N jobs. Ganesh, I've just yesterday uploaded a video regarding N jobs. Just try to see. Okay, guys. One question that how do you train your? Suppose in my system I have 16 cores. Can I use the 16 cores for training my machine learning models or deep learning models? Can I use all my cores for training the model? Amit Gupta says no, N jobs. Yes, not all. N jobs is equal to -1. Yes. So n underscore jobs is equal to -1 is the parameter that we basically have to use in order to train our models with the help of cores. Okay. Now tell me one more thing, guys. Have you tried something like this? I think for the people who have GPU, okay, in their system, just try to do one thing. Run one project in one notebook file and the same project in the another notebook file. Like it'll be just like a training the model and kind of thing with the deep learning. Will both the different problem statement run in the same machine while training? I'm saying that, again, understand the question. Suppose I have a problem statement in deep learning. I am solving it over here. The next problem statement is opened in my next Jupyter notebook. I'm executing parallelly. And just understand that will we able to run both the programs? Will we able to use the GPU and run both the programs? For the people who are saying no, what may be the reason? What may be the reason? Yes. So what happens is that, guys, whenever you're trying to run, okay, I'll make it a little bit more complex. Okay. Okay, fine. This is fine, right? Now, instead of running in the same Jupyter notebook, okay, now what I'll do, I'll create another environment and then run that specific program. Now, will the program will you be able to train your model in different environments? Now people are saying yes. Amazing. Now one more thing I'll tell you. Will you be able to change your CUDNN version or CUDA library version? Will you be able to change? Suppose I have installed 10 and 10.1. Suppose both are compatible with your GPU. Will you be able to train your model with different CUDA version? Or will you be able, my question will be like, suppose I'm training with 10.1 and I have 10 also installed. Can I change my CUDA library to 10 and then train my model? That is the answer. You need 2 GPUs. No, at the same time. No, I'm not talking about the same time. Suppose right now what I have done is that I have trained with 10.1 CUDA version and then I have used this particular GPU. Now what I'll do, I'll restart the kernel. Now I want to run it in 10. Will I be able to do it or not? Okay, many people are saying yes. So just try it out, guys. Yes, the answer is yes. You can also use different CUDA version in order to train your GPU. The only thing is that your GPU should be compatible with the CUDA version. Okay. Yes. Okay. What are the advantages of creating projects in different environments? And do you require that? What are the various advantages of running projects in different environments? Krish, how much of your whole PC cost? See, the NVIDIA Titan RTX costs somewhere around 3.5 lakhs. This is gifted by NVIDIA. Other than that, the system, I think within 2 lakhs I got it, the whole setup. Yeah. You retain the requirements, it will not affect the base environment, dependencies can be managed, version controls, um, requirement.txt. Yes, amazing. See the accuracy, lib version, package compatibility. Yes, amazing. Okay. What is the use of Dockers? What is the use of Dockers? What is the use of Dockers? Ship, storage. Yes, it helps to import project related libraries only. For scalable deployment. Scalable deployment is not used for Dockers. For scalability, what is used, guys? For scalability, what is used? For scalability of your model, what is used? Docker is containerization. For scalability, we basically use Kubernetes. Okay, Kubernetes is this. Other than Kubernetes, you also have something called as Docker Swarm. Okay, Docker Swarm, and there are also various techniques to basically make it scalable. But yes, Kubernetes is popularly used. It is also been used by AWS. They use both the combination of Dockers and Kubernetes. In AWS, there is something called as EC2 instance. If we really want to make it scalable, at that time we use Kubernetes. If suppose you are using Lambda function inside AWS, that is by default, you'll be able to scale. You can make it scalable in short, right? Okay, so guys, I hope you liked this session. Was it interesting, everyone? Was it interesting? Do you want this kind of sessions again and again? Next time I'll make a list of all the questions and I'll start asking you questions. It'll be pretty much fun. Right? Yes, yes, yes. So hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button and, yes, I'll be coming up again. And again, thank you for all the support. Let's make it to 300K. I'm waiting for that. I don't understand why. There are so many entertainment channels that 1 lakh subscriber just happens in 2 days. Where we are teaching, people will not even subscribe. People are not interested in studies only, I guess. Okay. uh, Sir, like this question, can I crack internship? Yes, you can also explain your projects and all, and do a lot of things, right? Yes. Krish, gaming mouse will look best with setup. It's okay. I'm moved away from gaming nowadays. I don't have time for doing this, right? But yes, a normal mouse. So much expenditure has happened in marriage. I can't. I don't have money only now. Done. Okay. Okay, guys. Share my channel with all your friends and tell them to subscribe. I'll be requiring this much help from your side. Understand this is an Understand that this is an education channel, so we require your help. To support. Let's make it million. I don't know how many years it will take to make it million, but just I'll try my level best to provide you good quality content. And yes, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day ahead. Thank you, and God bless you all. Enjoy and keep on learning, keep on seeing videos. And yes, I'll be uploading more videos as we go ahead. Right now, I'm very, very much busy with different work, so I'll try my level best to upload videos and come live like this. So whenever I feel bored, or I'll try to come like this live and basically interact with you, and it'll be pretty much fun, right? Karthik, I just arrived. He's saying, sorry, Karthik, we started 1 hour before. So today is Thursday. Let's see, tomorrow I'll try my level best to come live again and try to ask this kind of interview questions. Apart from that, that's from my side, guys. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll see you all in tomorrow's live session if possible. Otherwise, now I have 10 o'clock doubt clearing session in iNeuron. Bye, guys. Thank you, everyone. Hit like. Don't forget to hit like. And yes, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys. Okay, my marriage is on December 9th. Okay, December 9th.